So you want to build your dream home, but you're on a tight budget. Most people don't know where to start when it comes to finding ways to save money within the overall project budget. And I'm going to talk to you today about something that's a little bit counterintuitive. The easy thing to do is to say, well, if I haven't got much to spend, it makes sense for me to cut back on the non-essential things such as design and support and put as much money as I can into construction, and that's how I'm going to get the best bang for my buck. Most building contracts work on what's called a cost plus model. So your contractor, your builder, looks at the costs of your project and then adds on pluses their profit, their overheads, etc, etc, etc. So if you sit down with a builder at the beginning of a project and you say, hey, look, I like your work, I like what you're doing, but I want you to do the same thing for less, what you're essentially saying to that builder is, I want you to reduce my costs and therefore reduce your profit, reduce your overhead, and try and squeeze more out for me by doing the same thing that you do on a daily basis. And yes, they might be able to find some cost savings, they may be able to use some cheaper materials here and there, but essentially that builder that you're talking to has been building in the same way for years, and they don't really want to do anything that's that different. So when you say find me savings, really what you're actually saying is take a smaller hit. Now if you turn your thinking on its head, and instead of saying, right, I'm going to save all my money on the things that I think are non-essential, such as design and support, and I'm going to spend it on construction, and you say, I'm going to put more into design. I'm going to ask the guys that are putting together the specification, putting together the drawings, to spend a little bit more time doing more research for me to try and find better products at better prices, and then I'm going to build a tender that the builder then understands how and where they're going to get to make their money. You're a good designer. If you spend an extra day, an extra 2 days, an extra 3 days, maybe a week with a good designer working really hard on that specification for you, what they'll be able to do is they'll be able to go out to the market and they'll be able to find the right things to get you the look that you want and the feel that you want, and show how those products work together so that when your contractor comes to have a look at your drawings, they can understand how they're going to make the money that they expect to make whilst using the products that you've put forward to keep the budget low. So I know it sounds counterintuitive. I know it sounds like if you're working on a tight budget, don't spend money on people like designers, because that's just a waste. But actually, if you set the brief right and you give somebody the opportunity to work hard for you to bring those costs down, you'll find that you'll get a hell of a lot more bang for your buck than if you skimp at the front end and try and load it all at the back end. So that's just a little piece of advice from me. Obviously you may think I'm biased because I'm an architect, but at Scroxton & Partners we actually build as well as design, so that we've got our fingers a little bit more on the pulse of how to create a lower cost specification while still getting a high quality design. We'd love to hear your views, so please drop us some notes in the comments below, and if you like what we're doing, share it, like it, subscribe to our channels. Also, let us know if there's anything else that you'd like us to talk about, whether it's to do with building your dream home or extending your home, or things that have come up in a project that you might be working on that you'd like some advice on, whether it's the planning side of things, the construction side of things, or the design side of things. Just drop us a note and we'll see if we can make some content for you.